Hey, what's going on, guys? Hex here, and today we're taking a look at the Marvel Select Venom. This thing's got a lot going on, so there's several different display options, and we'll kind of go through those here in a bit. But I want to do some comparisons. So if you are a Marvel Select collector, these are three figures that I think really go well together. So you got the Marvel Select Venom Carnage, which I picked up not too long ago, or I guess months back. And then also the Spider-Man. Now, there's several different Spider-Mans in the Marvel Select line. This is the one that comes with the little fireman helmet and the extinguisher and stuff like that. So, but those guys, they look really good together. I like the way they scale as well. How both these guys are a little bit taller than Spider-Man. So I think they just look great on the shelf, all three of them. But kind of going into what comes with this guy. So first off, he comes with three heads, and the first one that we'll take a look at is the Eddie Brock head, where he's turning into Venom. You can see there's a lot of nice detail in here with the hair individually done, the eyes. You can see that there are nice blue eyes in there, and just how this is all kind of coming over and about to cover his entire face, but seeing a little bit of that with the teeth and the tongue going crazy. I think it's pretty awesome looking. Probably not the head that I'm going to display in. I'll probably do the crazy tongue one, but still very cool option to have. The other one, this is the one he comes in package with, which is just kind of your classic look at him, but I still like the tongue out, the teeth open. It just looks a little bit more sinister whenever I put him on the shelf, but this still looks pretty sweet. And I like how it kind of goes all the way back up in here as well. That looks a little bit kind of like the heads that he's got on here. Then you're going to get an extra set of fists here. These can just plug into the back ones here, and you can put those on. I haven't tried to put them on here, but it looks like it'd be a little bit disproportioned. These fists should be bigger if they were going to go in there. So I think it's just for these back, if I get that focus, for these back hands on here. So that's what those are for. All right, and just kind of giving you guys a 360. This is him pretty much fully equipped. Now you can have just a regular Venom, that's kind of the classic way. So these little arms right here, they just plug in to the forearms that you can see right here. There's some articulation in them. This whole back section can be removed as well. And then you have articulation in these arms, and then you have it in several of the heads as well. But just kind of giving you guys a little bit of a 360 here. And with all that weight on him, he does kind of support it quite well, just because you have this is kind of centered up on his shoulders, but while you have some weight here, you still have these large arms and hands sticking out in the front, so to kind of counter that back right there. So as far as being able to stand up on your shelf, he doesn't really have a balancing issue. Everything is done pretty well, and I like the way that he looks. It's Venom. It's something that's kind of like Carnage here. These two Marvel Select figures are, I think, in my opinion, like some of their best that they've ever done. So I really like them a lot. Getting some of the stuff detached, so we'll start with the little forearm pieces. You can see that you could just rotate them there in the forearms, and then they also have the rotation right here. So you got a couple of points of joint, as we like to say, or points of articulation, and that's on both of them. And there are also different sculpts as well, to where one looks like you could put something in it, the other one's kind of reaching out for you. So a little bit different there. Then we go to the back section. I'm going to go ahead and take this off. It's very simple. Just kind of plugs on and off. And we will just kind of focus in on this little thing here. All right, so you have the four heads that rotate. So you got the big one here. This one rotates as well. You can also look up and down, so it's on a ball joint. You have this head as well. Not really so much up and down, but you do get some left or right, just the way it's kind of designed, put on there. Then you get the one back here. It can look up and down, again, left and right. This one, not really a whole lot of up and down, but it does go left to right. This one is stationary, kind of in its place, and just kind of focusing in a little bit more on these. These are done really well. And then you get this little thing right here. is kind of the smallest one. He doesn't rotate either. Now the back section, these obviously rotate here, and then you have the bend in the elbow, and then you rotate at the wrist. It's the same for the other side. And one last thing to show you, even when you have this little backpack section on here, it doesn't really hinder the head, the main head. It can still go up and down, left or right, so you can get still movement there without these other heads getting in the way. So I kind of like that they left a little bit of gap there. All right, we'll take that off and focus here on the main figure. Now on the back of the packaging, it shows the 3 heads, but it also shows this head again with the tongue removed. Kind of started to pull on it to see if you could remove it, but it feels like it's in there pretty well, and I can't really seem to rotate it. So it might be something that was kind of the plan initially, but maybe they went away from it, or maybe it does unplug, but I don't want to risk breaking my figure, so I'm just going to leave it like that. Plus, I like the tongue in there, and I think it looks really cool. So, and you can see there's a lot of nice, detail here in the face. You can see the red going all the way up here, coming down, and then with the green going around. You can see that the red, it goes all the way up here. So really cool. I always like the eyes on Venom. And then you have a nice little, spider right there. And everything, the white, it seems, pretty clean for the most part. Right here you see the white kind of get into the black a little bit. But unless you really look closely at it, you're not going to notice it. On the back, looks pretty good, pretty clean, going all the way around. Again, with the white up here, looks good. Down here, you can see the little web shooters there, and the veins, if you can pick up that texture on the black, I'm sure you can. You can see all the veins all over the place, here, and the neck, the arms, all throughout here. You can see that, and it goes, all the way throughout him. So really cool looking. As far as articulation goes, the head, it does rotate and it goes up and down. Not really a whole lot of tilt, but you do get some in there. So it's on a ball joint there. The shoulders, really nice joints on this. So they do rotate and they can go all the way out. They can rotate here. You do have the bend at the elbow. There's bicep swivel right there. So you do get something there, and also at the wrist, no left or right or up or down with them. They just rotate here. Then with the chest, it's gonna rotate a little bit. You can get a little bit of bend out of it, but mostly just kind of up and down. You do rotate here at the waist. The legs, they go out about thus far and forward and back. You do have the butt plate, so they kind of start swinging out whenever you pull back too much. You do have a thigh cut on both of them, which is really good, and you get a 90-degree bend at the knee, and you do have forward and back on the foot. No tilt here at the feet, but still, when spreading him a little bit wider, it's kind of one of those things where it feels like it's designed to have a little bit wider stance to still stand kind of flat-footed, where they're tilted in a little bit. So I think that's good. But anyways, there's kind of my look at the Marvel Select Venom. I know this thing's been out for a while, so this is the reissue, or the one that came out in 2016. There we go. But I think these guys all look really cool together, and if you can find them, pick them up. Definitely something that looks good on your shelf if you're a Spider-Man fan or just a comic fan. Pretty iconic character. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.